Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage. One after another. 3 minutes. You're winning. Stay strong. You have zone advantage. 2 for 1.
Using the Messenger with Desperado and Destiny 2 against Guardians can be compared directly to things like using a gas-powered hedge trimmer on a helpless bush, or using a katana to slice a watermelon, or sliding down the tall slide at a playground with frictionless gym shorts before the kid who went before you has a chance to get off at the bottom, right? Guardians see you coming with Desperado procced and they're like, I have no quarrel with you.
An ant has no quarrel with a boot.
See, Desperado on this thing means the boot squishes the ant in literally less than half a second. I have to say, if this didn't drop this season, when we have, some really strong primaries competing in PvP, if it dropped 2 seasons ago, this thing would be all over Reddit with people begging for a nerf, I think. I highly recommend that if you didn't chase the Messenger this past week in Trials, then make it a priority next time. Hopefully it's the 3-win drop again next time, so that you can just do the bounty where you don't even have to win a single game to get a guaranteed drop, okay? There's so many good perks in the perk pool on the Messenger. You can get Zen Moment, Rapid Hit, Outlaw, Killing Wind. I mean, it's a crazy list of top tier Pulse perks. You're bound to get a decent one eventually, or quickly rather. I gotta say, I was happy to see such an iconic Destiny 1 Trials weapon find its way back into the playlist. I mean, Trials is pretty garbage right now, I'm not gonna lie, but the loot is banging. So, get your parkas out and venture into the frozen tundra and snag your Messenger next time it's up in the rotation. You will not regret it, I don't think. The thing about this gun is that using it is a reward in and of itself. It feels so dang good to get a kill with Desperado up. You have this moment where you feel like a god, and it's moments like that that keep people coming back and make people want to log in and play. I went with Bottom Tree Voidlock so that I could run Devour with it. So I could just endlessly chain kills and not worry about slowing down to heal or put down rifts too much. Devour kept me in the fight longer, without having to disengage, so I could really capitalize on the Desperado perk duration. It's actually kind of long. On top of that, I used Chromatic Fire for most of my play sessions, so I would occasionally get a free explosive kill from my headshot kills. But oftentimes the explosion from Chromatic Fire would prime the next target. You don't see that direct result where you get a kill, but it primes the next target. And they have lower health, so they're easier to clean up after dropping the first guy. Chromatic Fire, it kind of flies under the radar, but it's definitely a pretty useful exotic at times. It really just depends on the map and the lanes that you're holding, though. One thing I think is worth bringing up, though, when talking about weapons like the Messenger and others that came out this season, like the Dead Man's Tail and the Trustee or the Tiku exotic bow. I don't know if it's pronounced Tiku or Tiku. I don't know. There's multiple U's of Tiku. I'm not sure. But anyways, Destiny is really in need of some new maps, I think. Ones that were specifically designed to facilitate 6v6 gameplay. The meta is so solidly defined right now because the maps are pretty condensed. Hand cannons and shotguns just might not reign supreme if we had maps that revisited the design style of, some Destiny 1 classics like First Light, Skyshock, Bastion, or even that Hanging Gardens map that we got late in Destiny 1's lifespan. I'd love to see what Destiny 2 would look like if we got some maps like that into the regular rotation. Maps that force the player to look at their weapons and consider making some adjustments. Make the player actually make tough choices about what to run based on what map they're on. Equinox sucked. I hated that map. But it did have one thing going for it. We, used scout rifles and aggressive frame pulse rifles and sniper rifles with longer zoom values. I mean, we changed the things that we would run on that map. And you really can't fault someone right now for running full meta. The game is practically making the choice for them. I I think it's lame, and I wish they would run something else for once because it gets really exhausting after a while, but I can't fault them for using it. The new maps that we, could potentially get, maybe, eventually, I don't know, 6 months from now, a year from now, I'm not sure, who knows. But new maps with varying ranges on the lanes would potentially add some variety from match to match, mixing up the kinds of engagements that you'd be involved in, who knows. We can only hope. Well, anyway, thanks so much for choosing to take the time to watch this video and interact with my content. I do really appreciate it more than you know, and I appreciate all of you. Let me know in the comments section what role you've got on your messenger, how you're feeling about it. Hopefully you enjoy the gameplay, the plays with this thing. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage. Double down. Double down. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. Look at them fall. What can stop you if you fight? Ikora would be proud of you, Warlock. 2 for 1. Shut the enemy down. Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian. You have zone advantage. Zone B lost. Hold strong, and this is beautiful. Zone A lost. The enemy's almost won. You have advantage. Tell them to line up faster. Only 1 minute left. 2 for 1. Your enemy beckons. Take this. Sound tactics bring victory. For 1.